Hey guys, Lucky Star Shi-Roku here, and this is going to be a update on the status of my hard drive. So for anyone who missed the last video, in which case I recommend you go back and watch, because obviously I'm gonna be continuing on from where we left off in the last video. So if you have not watched it, I recommend you go back and watch it just so you have the right context, because going into videos like this, it's important to have the right knowledge and context going into these types of things. So if you haven't seen it, you might want to go back, watch it, and then come back. But the long and short of the last video is basically my hard drive stopped working. The hard drive where I keep all of my YouTube files and assets, so that means I'm very limited on what I can do now. But that's the long and short of it. And in this video, I'm going to basically go over everything that we've done to try and improve things in here and there. I was going to do a update video much sooner, but I wanted to make sure that I had more concrete information. I wanted to make sure I had a better idea of what was going on before I did an update. But I did put on my community tab a couple of days ago that I've ordered a new plug to try and get it fixed, and since then a few things have happened. So I did get a new plug with a few sets of plug heads. So I did get a new plug with a few sets. Out of all of these, this is the one that fit the best, and it did fit, but the plug still didn't work. Now, as bad as that is, that it didn't work, it's not completely bad, because I don't feel like I've wasted my money on that. Like, yes, it didn't work, but thanks to that, we've managed to rule out that it's not an issue with the plug. So we've managed to rule that out at least, and at the very least, I'm sure these will come in handy someday on a rainy day. I'm sure these will come in handy later when we least expect it. So I don't feel like I wasted my money, because it's only, I think it was only what, $12.99 I think, which, not all things considered, wasn't that expensive. And again, these will come in handy another day, I'm sure. So again, got to stuff the backups, and yeah, so it's not a complete waste. So got a new plug. It doesn't seem to be the plug, so we've ruled out pretty much everything. So we've ruled out it being the plug. We've ruled out a software issue. So basically, we've ruled out everything we can now. The only thing we can do now is leave it to a professional, which is what I've done, which is what we've done. So earlier on, a little bit before recording this, basically I went looking for like computer repair shops close to me, local, one I can just walk to, it's nearby, and we managed to find one. So we found the site, found one. I sent an email to them, and we're just waiting to hear back, and hopefully it shouldn't take too long. But yeah, we found a computer repair shop which have a decent reputation, one that I think is somewhat well trusted, at least. And yeah, it does seem like our best bet as well, because all the others are a little bit too far out of my reach. I do want to stay local. I don't want to go out of my town, just because, so that seems like our best bet. So I've sent them an email, and we're just waiting to hear back, really. So that's what we're doing now. That's where we're going. So we're just gonna wait to hear back from them, and then we'll probably go take my hard drive, have them look at it, see what they think, either repair it, or at the very least get my data out of it, because it's the data I need from the drive, not the actual, if they can repair it, sure, but if they can't, the least they can do is get my data to where it's safe, and then we can maybe put it in a new casing, and get a new drive with the data. But I'm not so worried about the drive. It's the data I'm worried about. So that's where we're going. And over the last couple of days, I've actually been speaking to a few friends of mine, two of which have been through something similar to what I'm going through now, and two of them seem to actually think that two of my friends think that, like, one of them's a little bit pessimistic, thinking that it's probably wiped my data, but a couple of my other friends seem to believe that that's not happened. Like, the data's just in there dormant, waiting for us to get it out there and save it. So, again, right now, don't get me wrong, the situation's bad. It's bad. Don't get me wrong, but in a situation like this, panicking is the worst thing you can do. So I'm trying to remain optimistic. I'm trying to remain positive. As stereotypical as it is, keep calm and carry on really is the best thing you can do right here. So just keeping calm, keeping a level head, playing things by ear. That's the best thing you can do right now. Panicking is the absolute worst thing you can do. So again, I know it's cliche as a brace, but again, keep calm and carry on is the best solution. So I spoke to a couple of my friends. A couple of them seem to think that my data is still safe. So I'm just gonna hope on that's true. I spoke to a few of my friends. One of my friends who said that this has happened to him before during a project for college, which that sounds like a nightmare. But at least I can learn from this. And yeah, he says a friend of mine said that something like this has happened to him before during a big college project, and he's sent me a link to a backup drive, one that's lasted him a long time, a good few years. Even to this day, it's still working, and it's a drive. It's like what I've got now, or what I had, assuming it's not fixable. But it's a drive, but it's a drive that can make regular daily backups, which is brilliant. That's brilliant. If I get that drive, if I get my drive fixed or a new drive, and that one as well, a drive that will automatically back up everything every day, that will save me from any more nasty surprises. That'll be a contingency plan, so something like this can't happen again, which is brilliant. The only problem is it's a little expensive. I do usually try to avoid anything in the 3 digits, but it is kind of an emergency. But again, I'm keeping calm. I'm not trying to do anything rash. I'm trying to, I'm talking with people. I'm doing everything I can to make the best solution. I'm not trying to rush anything. So again, keep calm and carry on. That's, as cliche as it is, that's the best thing we can really do at this point. So I'm talking things out and thinking things out, and based on my friends and the staff, I'm just trying to work out what the best course of action is. I'm trying not to rush or make any rash decisions. But regardless of, I feel like whatever we do here, whether I save my drive or get a new one, regardless of what happens here, regardless if it's through that backup drive that my friend sent a link to, whether we use that or the cloud or something, it's clear that regardless of what we do, regardless if we we're going to recover my data no matter what, but regardless of what we do, it's clear that we're going to need some kind of a contingency plan so that this can't happen again, because again, everything is on there. Regardless of YouTube, a lot of my assets, even outside of YouTube, is on there. So I can't afford to lose it all. If I lose all that, I really will lose it all, everything. So whatever happens, we're definitely going to need some kind of a contingency plan. I don't know what the best course of action is, whether I go with that drive, that backup drive, or whether it's through the cloud. I don't know yet. This is a little out of my field, so I'm going to have to talk with a few, some people who's a little more experienced in this kind of thing. But yeah, we're definitely going to need some kind of a contingency plan, regardless of what happens. So, yes, let's see. Hang on, let me just. This is all unscripted, by the way. So I'm just trying to wing it. I'm trying to think of everything. So let's see. I've talked about it not being the plug, and these will come in handy at nothing. So I'll talk about the plug. I've talked about the. Okay, it's not the plug. We've managed to find a repair shop we can go to. I've spoke to my friends who suggested various things. I think that's about it. Like, I thought there was a lot more to report, but there really isn't that much. I mean, again, it's significant progress since before. Since before, I was very panicked. I mean, of course, during that video, I didn't, I thought it was just a plug back then. So, now I have heard something a little unsettling. Like, one of my friends said that he's had something like this happen to him and it wiped all of his data, but I'm trying not to think about that. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to not think about that and listen to my other friends who thinks the data is just dormant. So again, that's where we're going. Another one of my friends is going to come round here tomorrow, so we can like discuss with the staff here and what's best. I mean, we still got the we're still sent the email and stuff, so I think it's best to have multiple plans than not enough. So again, I just want to make sure I'm checking all of my options. I want to make sure I've got as many good options as possible. So again, I'm trying to remain calm and make the best decisions. It's a pretty bad situation, but I'm trying to make sure I make the best out of it that I possibly can. But yeah, that's about it really. That's all I really have to say for this video really. Obviously I will keep making regular updates like this, just to keep you guys in the loop. I'll keep making videos like this as I know more, as things progress, but that's all I really have to say this time around. But anyway, so yeah, that's gonna about do it for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in, thank you for watching, and hopefully, again, I'll keep you up to date of what's going on, as progress goes, until obviously I get my drive back and until I can start the daily stuff again. But all I'm going to say is it's going to take at least another week before I can get things back to normal. Things will go back to normal, I'm sure. It's just going to take at least one more week before that happens. So again, that's kind of all I have to report this time around. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video, whether it's another update like this or whether I get everything back. Actually, no, it will. I think even if I do get everything back, I think I will do another update video like this, just announcing that everything's fixed. But regardless of what the next video is, I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a good day, you guys.